Hey Scots fans, I'm Rachel LeMay, assistant women's soccer coach at Covenant College. Just walking around St. Elmo and wanted to know if Coach Joanna Ehman, head women's volleyball coach, would be willing to answer some of my questions. This video is sponsored by Covenant College SAC, so thanks for tuning in. Let's see if she's home. Hey, Coach Joe, would you be willing to answer some of my questions?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
What a surprise. Welcome.
Come on down, sit down. All right. First question is from Olivia Becker. She wants to know, what is your favorite Halloween costume from Halloween practice?
That is a tough one to narrow down. There have been so many good ones, so I'll have to choose a few. First one, just like the best commitment to the theme and to the costume. There was a group costume once that 4 girls did. They did characters from The Wizard of Oz, and Jacqueline Stewart was the Tin Man, and she was so committed to it that she wore metal pipes around her arms and her legs, and we had to carry her up the stairs to get to practice because she couldn't bend enough to get up there. So that was pretty good. One year, Olivia Becker, she probably just wanted me to say this, that's why she asked the question. Olivia Becker, Hannah Stewart, and Hannah Harris were characters from Braveheart. So they practiced in their kilts and war paint, which was awesome. And then my favorite one that I got to be a part of, my favorite coach's costume, was the fairy godmothers with Coach Steph and Coach Christy, because we were running around the gym in tutus and fairy wings, which was very characteristic of us. So that one was fun too.
Incredible. Lindsay Stevens wants to know, what is your favorite memory with Covenant Volleyball?
That would probably have to be pretty much everything about postseason in 2017. So we made it to the conference tournament, made it to the championship up at Averett. We were down the first 2 sets, took the 3rd set, and in the 4th set, Averett actually had 2 championship point opportunities on us, but we held them off, took the 5th, it was like the most incredible comeback that I've ever been a part of as a coach or as an athlete. And then went to the NCAA tournament at Emory and beat Birmingham Southern in 5 in the first round to go on to the round of 32, which was a first for our program, and just so much fun to be a part of. Just a really well-fought postseason that year.
Awesome. All right. The Dr. Tim Sedgel wants to know, who is your interior decorator for your office? Parentheses, ha, 2 exclamation points.
Oh boy, yeah, he would ask this. So it was Tim. If anybody has any interior design needs, he's your man. So go to him for that.
Awesome. Emily Moore wants to know, what are you going to do without this year's senior class?
We'll probably, those first few weeks without him, we'll probably just sit around and cry while we miss him. No, we're going to miss them so much, but we'll also be thankful for the legacy that they left on the program and get to see other players move into that void and learn from the leadership that they took on while they were here. Miss them for sure, but then happy to learn from them too.
Awesome. Savannah Savage wants to know, what coach do you look up to most?
I think that's a hard one for coaches to answer, just because we've all been influenced by so many coaches. Either with coach who probably had the most influence on me in terms of moving into coaching as a career, is a guy who I actually never played for. It was somebody who I played against in high school, and then he trained me. His name was Brent Bridger. He trained me over the summer every year between my years at Covenant, and he was the first coach who recognized my ability to coach and my potential there, and instead of just teaching me to be a great athlete, because obviously I wasn't a great athlete, just teaching me the sport and the ins and outs of the sport, but also teaching me how to teach others, which was just really inspiring to me, that he took a completely different approach with coaching and made me realize it was something that I could probably be pretty good at.
Sweet. Erica Mast wants to know, what is your favorite item to bake?
I can't say that that's something that I do very often. If I get the chance to do it, then my go-to is probably cookies, but nothing that I can bake is on any level close to what Erica can do. I would much prefer to eat whatever she bakes than eat whatever I
She
bake.
is a pretty good baker. I will say that. All right. KL wants to know, what is your favorite thing about Covenant Volleyball?
Oh man, that's not a tough one to narrow down, but I feel like so much of it just comes down to the people who are a part of it, whether it's coaches who I've gotten to work with or players who have come through the program, and just the fact that we get to do life together and that we get to Lord and challenge each other in our relationships with the Lord, and that then we get to take that to the court, and that's the thing that we all have in common, and that's the thing that we can always come back to. So that we get to look at our sport in terms of just honoring the Lord and worshiping Him with the talents that He's given us. That can't be beat.
Awesome. All right, guys, there you have it. Coach Joe answering your questions. Tune in next week when we interview Coach John Hurdy, men's and women's head tennis coach. We look forward to it. Happy D3 week.
Go D3 and go Scots.
And go Scots.